This is The Download from Sounds Profitable, your daily source for the essential news of the business of podcasting. Brought to you by Spreaker from iHeart. I'm Newt Shuttlecotty, in for Gavin Gaddis, while podcasting's favorite diva takes some vocal rest. Before we get into the news, a quick announcement. Join us for an insightful webinar that's a must-attend for brands, agencies, and media buyers looking to connect with one of podcasting's most devoted audiences, true crime fans. The 2024 True Crime Podcast Listener Landscape Report from Libsyn and Sounds Profitable will feature new data on the true crime audience from Tom Webster. In addition, the hosts of the popular true crime podcast, Moms and Mysteries, Mandy and Melissa, will share firsthand insights on their true crime audience, offering reflections on listener impact and engagement. With that said, here's what you need to know for today, Monday, December 2nd. First up, the Spotify exec who is ignoring video by James Cridland. Pod News coverage highlighting the observation that Spotify's head of podcast monetization and innovation is not leaning into video with the same passion as the rest of Spotify. A key example being the Bill Simmons podcast, uploading video to YouTube but only audio to Spotify. In addition, several podcasts from The Ringer are not posting video to Spotify, including shows specifically built around video content. Next up, the podcast show returns for its fourth year to Islington, London, the United Kingdom. Mark your calendar for May 19th through 25th, 2025, as the podcast show returns to the Business Design Center in Islington. Tickets are now on sale for the event, and registrants can get a discount at checkout using Podnews' promo code PODNEWS10. That's all caps and the number 10. In addition to the show proper, Sounds Profitable will be hosting an exclusive event for partners on May 18th from 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. Next up, mobile shopping takes nearly 60% of online sales Thanksgiving Day by Lori Sullivan. Adobe Analytics data released on Friday says mobile shopping reached a high of 59.5% of online sales made on Thursday, Thanksgiving Day in the U.S. Affiliate and partners, a stat that includes influencers, drive 19.3% of measured traffic to retail sites, a 7.8% year-over-year increase. Something worth considering is podcasting's high rate of mobile listening, which would contribute to same device conversion and data like Adobe's. Next up, The International Opportunity by Annalise Nielsen. The latest from Pacific Content's blog is part of an ongoing series from Annalise Nielsen, reflecting on missed opportunities in podcasting for brands. The most viewed video podcast on YouTube is a 3-hour episode of a Saudi Arabian podcast entirely in Arabic, nearly double the views of the viral popular Joe Rogan Experience episode featuring Elon Musk. An English language bias is holding back podcasting at large from tapping into hungry audiences, as evidenced by a podcast listening boom in French Canada now that more programming is being produced natively in Quebec. Small markets can mean big impact, such as one of the top podcasts in the Danish version of Apple's business charts being a branded show produced in Danish by a bank based in Denmark. As for the rest of the news, John Wardock, formerly of Cumulus Media, is offering consulting services to people who lost their jobs in podcasting this year. Magellan AI has earned its certification from the IAB Tech Lab for podcast measurement compliance. Christina Rubino of Right Side Up has posted about podcast advertising upfronts seeming to be slower to start than in previous years. Evergreen Podcasts has acquired Rhapsody Voices to create a partnership of the two networks. Multitude Podcasts has added Tiny Matters to its network in partnership with the American Chemical Society. Listen, the UK production company behind visualized podcast The Traders Uncloaked, has been nominated for the Broadcast Awards' Emerging Indie of the Year. And James Cridland writes about the current complicated position of the BBC Sounds app outside of the UK and its potential to become a domestic-only service like the BBC iPlayer. Be sure to check out the links to every article mentioned right in your podcast listening app or at soundsprofitable.com, where you can also subscribe to the newsletter version. The Download is written and produced by me, Newton Shuttlecotty, Brian Barletta, Gavin Gaddis, and Tom Webster. This episode is hosted on Spreaker. For Sounds Profitable, I'm Newton Shuttlecotty. Download us again tomorrow.